Right then, here's a straightforward question for you. Can Manchester United win the league? I'm going to argue amongst myself, seeing as though I'm the only one here. And I'm going to give you the reasons yes and the reasons no. Let's start with the yes. Yes, Manchester United can win the league this coming season. We finished second last season, 74 points, which was 12 points behind champions Manchester City. That gap is not astronomical. You've seen gaps like that flip over in a season or two, not a problem. We went unbeaten away from home in the entire of the league. We won 12 and drew 7. Yes, there's a real chance that COVID played a lot of a part in that because everybody's home form seems to suffer. It's going to be really interesting to see how that changes this season. Now fans are back in the stadium, obviously, starting next weekend. And we are capable of going on real big unbeaten spells. From the 7th of November 2020 to the 9th of May 2021, United lost 1 out of 28 Premier League games. The only defeat came against Sheffield United, and it was 2-1. Our new signings, Rafael Varane, world-class, proven winner, 3 La Liga titles, 4 Champions Leagues, 1 World Cup, and all sorts of other tin pot stuff no one gives a fuck about. We are now staring at United potentially having 2 of the very best centre-halves in the league, probably 2 of them in the top 10 centre-halves in world football. Both of them now playing at Manchester United. We needed a right winger. We went and got Jadon Sancho. Sancho on his own, in just 26 Bundesliga matches last season, Sancho got 8 goals and 11 assists, and he got 17 goals and 16 assists in 32 matches overall, 33 goals and assists in 32 matches across the entire course of the season. We have now got one of the most exciting attackers in European football. Marcus Rashford being out for a significant amount of time is going to be a bit of an issue. Cavani having a pre-season with United, though, hopefully is going to be a positive step for us. And the things are looking nice. The things that needed addressing have been addressed. Yes, there's still more to address. You're going to have seen Donny van der Beek given another season where he's been able to adapt. He featured last season, not as much as we would hope and not as little as the memes suggest, but he did feature last season. I would expect him to kick on. You got the likes of Alanga have been electric in pre-season. You might see him come and get into the mixer. What United need to overcome, and I'll talk about this in the no section because it's valid, is Manchester City's unbeatable form. Now, let's talk about the no's. Can United win the league this season? No. United still need a number 6. They still need someone that's going to screen the defence, kick off play from deep, have those penetrative, line-breaking passes from the deep position right into the forward, just cutting down the time it takes for us to move the ball forward, and we need that desperately. We addressed right wing, we addressed centre-half. This now is the position where United go, yeah, we need that. You can't be playing McTominay and Fred week in, week out. You're going to struggle. You need one player to do that job, and then you can play Pogba and Bruno and let them go and create. We also need to turn the draws into victories. Last season, we drew 11 times. 8 came against the top 10 and 3 came against the bottom half, including relegated Fulham and West Brom. We got to avoid those unnecessary defeats. These killed us last season. United's lost 6 games at home, including Crystal Palace and Sheffield United. That could have been enough to close the gap. Solskjaer hasn't won anything as a manager yet. No silverware so far at United. 4 semi-finals, 1 final. And he should have won the final. There is no excuse for that. He should have won that game. Harry Maguire missing was a miss. Still should have got over the line and managed to win that. The tough title rivals that we've got. Manchester City have averaged 91.25 points in the last 4 seasons and won the title 3 times. If you finish above them, you will be champions. But finishing above them is a hard task. I would expect Liverpool to not have the terrible season they had last season, but I don't know if they're going to be quite back to their best. They could be enough to just leapfrog United. They might not be able to fully leapfrog City. Chelsea, Manchester City have literally just signed Jack Grealish for £100 million because they struggled creating chances last season. What? Chelsea are talking about spending £110 million on Lukaku. Do you like they needed a striker? There's the striker that they needed. Chelsea will be formidable. By rights, if you just match up the squads, United is still third to City and Chelsea. I think it's quite on a par with Liverpool, but we are still third to City and Chelsea. So you've got no right to say Solskjaer has to win the league this year. Look how easy it is, because it isn't easy. That Manchester City team's different gravy. In fact, Manchester City's B team is different gravy. Chelsea's team is different gravy. They look a total different prospect. They are the European champions. Tuchel come in and did a phenomenal job. They look like they've added Jules Koundé. Havertz is going to adapt to the Premier League. I would expect Werner to not be anywhere near as shit as he was last year. If they add Lukaku as well, there is going to be some fireworks in the Premier League next season. Liverpool have managed to get Van Dijk resurrected from the dead. They look like they're bringing in Kanate from Leipzig. They are going to be back in and around the mixer. That's your top four. And you're still going to have Leicester probably knocking on the door for that just a little bit. It's going to be brutal next season. Manchester United have to put together a run. Manchester City put together 21 wins. Now, United put together a 28-game unbeaten run, but there was draws in that. 21 wins. They went from, I said from Christmas, January time, City are favourites, City are favourites, City are favourites. I thought they would win the league. I did not anticipate that 21-game win streak. It was frighteningly good. Can United replicate that level of consistency? I think United are hard to beat. But there's a difference between being hard to beat and the unstoppable force that Manchester City were last season and Liverpool were the season before. That's where United have not taken it yet. Now, for me, bringing in Varane adds a lot of that. Bringing in Sancho puts at the other end as well. If you can bring in a number 6, United can put themselves in the contention. I still don't know if the supporting staff is enough. I still don't know if we've got the squad. Certainly don't have the squad at the level of Manchester City. I'm not sure the squad, your Van der Beeks, Pereira, Mata, Lingard, if they're all around, have quite got enough to take us over the line and be able to call this team champions worthy. I still don't know if Ollie's got the ability to do it himself. There's good signs, but there's no proof. Ultimately, when you take this United side in isolation, we have improved. But have we kept up with our improvement? Have we improved enough to outpace those that we are trying to compete against? That, I don't know the answer to. And that we will start to see next weekend at Old Trafford. The first game in the Premier League season where United welcome Leeds back to a full house. Let's hope we can stick 6 past them again, eh? Hey, cheers for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. Give us your thoughts. Can United win the league? Yes, no. Do you agree with my yes points? Agree with my no points? Also, check out the Patreon group as well. Gladly supported by the legends on Patreon. If you want some extra content, you would like to support the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Check the link out for that down in the description. There's like 800 or 900 in there at the moment. If you would like to join them, then please do so. And I'll see you in the next one. Laters.